Hi, I'm Megan, and welcome to the first ever episode of Selkie Life. Now, the first thing I'd like to point out about humans of this era, or at least in the United States, is that they don't think much about Selkies. I know this because the program that I am outlining today's topic points in does not recognize the word Selkie as a word, either singular or plural form. This is why I believe, should I ever actually put this out on the internet, I have very little fear of anyone ever noticing it or even taking me seriously when I say that I am actually a Selkie. It's the perfect cover. Okay, so assuming you know as much about Selkies as this word processing program, you're probably wondering right about now, what exactly is a Selkie? Well, in a nutshell, or rather, in a seashell, small joke there, we are shape-shifting seal people, and we're known predominantly in Ireland and Scotland. We are kind of like mermaids as far as magical sea-dwelling creatures goes. Well, I'm assuming we are. I've never actually seen a mermaid in real life. They're kind of like... Mermaids are a bit like narwhals to humans, or maybe a unicorn would be a much better analogy. There's lots of literature, novels, movies about them, but lots of depictions, but no one has ever seen them in real life. Yeah, media coverage on Selkies is terrible in comparison to mermaids. Not that I blame them for the attention that they attract. I mean, who can compare to them? Oh, yes, so there are some matters where we Selkies actually fare a little better in comparison to mermaids. Well, take any incarnation of the Little Mermaid, for instance. We Selkies can shed our seal skins and take human form. No haggling with old sea hags for bad deals with unreasonable expiration dates, no getting worried about getting wet on dry land, etc. Maybe that's why they make so many movies and novels about mermaids, just more potential for drama. In comparison, we Selkies only got like one really awesome movie in '94, a couple of movies and references in the early 2000s, and I think an animated movie in 2014? Anyway, they're few and far between, and virtually none of them are well known in the US. I mean, just as well they're loaded with inaccuracies. For example, some say so long as we don't have our sealskins stolen or burned, indefinitely trapping us on the land, we can only come on land every 7 years or so. I mean, that's just not true. I don't even know where that got started. You know, I think that one of us must have told that excuse to some egotistical, overpossessive human during a really awkward breakup, and it just stuck. I mean, it makes sense. You humans love the number 7 anyway. We Selkies can come and go as we please, though most of us prefer not to go on land. I've always been kind of an odd duck. Why did I ever show him how to waterproof a smartphone with duct tape and a Ziploc bag? Hi, Dad! No. No, this isn't a passing fancy, Dad. We talked about this. I've been wanting to do this for a long time now. Because it's something I want to do. No, it's not Ariel Syndrome. It's not like I can't come back to visit for the holidays. I mean, the ocean is right there. Dad. Yes, Dad, I hid my sealskin properly. Yeah, I did such a good job. I don't even know where it is at the moment. Dad, I gotta go. Dad, you are not choosing now to talk about this. Well, you know what, Dad? If I'm acting like such an immature pup, maybe I shouldn't be thinking about having pups of my own anytime soon. Yeah. Bye, Dad. Okay, so, yeah, I was trying to say is that I'm not your average magical sea creature. In fact, I'm kind of below average. The worst Selkie you've ever seen. I was always the pickiest eater with fish. I kind of hate sand with the passion of 1,000 sunfish, and how it has the ability to get into everything. I constantly get water up my nose whenever I do somersaults in the waves. Just not the kind of traits you would associate with a proud seafaring species. I could make oceanographers cringe at how little I know about the ocean. Oh, I'm a strawberry blonde. Yeah. Apart from my humongous pupils, which you probably can't see with this camera, I apologize for that, and how they're so blown out you can kind of ignore the slate color on the outer rims of it. I was supposed to have dark hair and dark eyes. Boy, was that an awkward day when I shed my seal skin for the first time. My hair looked dark enough, that is, until it dried. I was pretty much earmarked after that as the most likely pup to be the next Ariel Syndrome case. The blonde sort of suggests that I have some human blood in there anyway. I'll go into that much later. So many see me leaving the ocean as the next natural step, and so here I am, trying my luck on land. Wish me luck.